To not block our graduates, please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Rodney Winslow, and as principal of Triad High School, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to this, the 58th annual commencement ceremony for Triad High School. I'd like to thank Mr. Devaney and the members of the Triad High School Band, and Mrs. Remiger and the Triad High School Chorus, who will be providing the music today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also very proud to present the Triad District faculty members in attendance today to honor the class of 2017. My thanks to the faculty dressed in graduation attire and also to the faculty and staff members behind the scenes assisting in this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, before I call the senior class officers to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, the class of 2017 has requested a moment of silence this afternoon to honor the memory of their classmate, Ashlyn Lauber, a member of their class that passed away in 3rd grade. The senior class members have placed flowers in her memory on the chair where she would have occupied this afternoon. Would you please join me in a moment of silence in her honor? Thank you. At this time, I would like the class senior officers, Vice President Tessa Kleinschmidt, Secretary Joey Messenbrink, and Treasurer Holly Deese to come to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you please all stand? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Triad District Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Lee Lewis.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, faculty, and friends. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2017. Graduates, congratulations on reaching this milestone in your life. Now that your exams are done and your lockers are cleaned out, it's time to recognize your accomplishments. Thank the most important and influential people in your lives, shed a few tears, and receive a few congratulatory handshakes and hugs. Today's commencement ceremony will be one that you will remember for years to come. It has been a Triad High School tradition to begin by recognizing and thanking those who have been most supportive over the past 13 years. First, I'd like to recognize all of the graduates' parents, grandparents, and caregivers in the audience today. You've worn several hats over the past 13 years: nurturer, disciplinarian, bodyguard, advocate, and ally. Thank you for all you've done, big and small. Please stand to be recognized. Now I would like your teachers to please stand. Your teachers are here today as a continued sign of their pride of your accomplishments and support of your continued success. Over the years, they've watched you wrestle with decisions, stand firm on your convictions. They've stimulated your thinking, nudged you to work harder, and opened your hearts and your minds to new experiences. Please join me once again to thank your teachers. environment with the best teachers and with resources that prepare graduates for a successful future. Today is the highlight of their commitment to serving the students, faculty, and parents in the Triad District. I'd like to introduce each board member. Jeff Hewitt, President. Christy Horton, Vice President. Lori Diber, Secretary. Kelly Simpson, Member. Laura Dodds, Member. Carl Dempsey, Member. And Denise Baker Seal, Member. And now to the class of 2017. As you walk across this stage today, I think what an interesting time it is to be an American. If you follow any social media, you would be led to believe that we are more divided now than we have ever been. It seems as if there is no longer any room in the middle. The media suggests that we must pick a side, no wavering allowed. If you haven't already, you will likely feel pressure to decide where you stand on a number of issues. Which are you? Conservative or liberal? A Christian or a scientist? Pro-military or anti-war? It even might seem as if you're being forced to choose a side or defend a position, instead of looking for what we all have in common or looking to come to a compromise. We assume everyone is extreme in their thinking, when in reality, most people sit somewhere in the middle. I ran across a short writing on Facebook that I'd like to share with you. You all remember Facebook, right? It's that social media site where your parents post your prom pictures, exercise accomplishments, and recipes. Anyway, I found this writing and I thought the anonymous author summed up a theory that seems to be getting lost in our country right now. For all of you who aren't sure, it is possible to be gay and Christian. It is possible to believe in God and science. It is possible to be pro-choice and anti-abortion. It is equally possible to be a feminist and love and respect men. It's possible to have privilege and be discriminated against, to be poor and have a rich life, to not have a job and still have money. It is possible to believe in sensible gun control legislation and still believe in one's right to defend oneself, family, and property. It's possible to be pro-military and anti-war. It's possible to love thy neighbor and despise his actions. It is possible to advocate that Black Lives Matter and still be pro-police. It's possible to not have an education and be brilliant. It's possible to be Muslim and also suffer at the hands of terrorists. It is possible to be a non-American fighting for the American dream. It is possible to be different and the same. Class of 2017, while I hope that you have all had wonderful experiences at Triad over the past 13 years, they have likely been limited compared to what you will experience next. As you leave the comfort of Triad High School today and begin to run into the people in the real world, I want you to consider the following. Don't immediately judge someone because of who he or she might have voted for. Don't judge people immediately based on first impressions, such as how someone looks, how they dress, what they drive, or where they live. Judge them instead on how they treat other people. Be leaders in our community, our state, our nation, and our world. When you leave these walls of Triad as graduates, do so with the idea of making our country and a world a better place. A famous quotation by Martin Luther King Jr. says, "Darkness cannot drown out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drown out hate. Only love can do that." Class of 2017, the decision is up to you. When times are tough or things don't go as you expect, you can choose to perpetuate the hate that has become all too common all around us in our country. Or you can shine light to drown out the darkness. You can show love to drown out hate. You can be giving to combat selfishness. My hope today is that as Triad graduates, you will choose to be polite, to be kind, to not judge people based on what you see. In your pursuit of success after high school, grow more friendships, help others, and show compassion for the less fortunate. Good luck as you move forward and create tremendous lives for yourselves. Make us proud, class of 2017. As an adjunct professor at Webster University, too. We are very grateful that she has volunteered to share some of her wisdom and experiences with the class of 2017. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Mrs. Mary Buffy.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you today. It kind of reminds me of when I was graduating from the original Triad High School back in 1979. At that time, a new book had just come out. It was called What Really Happened to the Class of '65. This book was about the graduates of another high school that was a lot like Triad. If Triad was in a fancy suburb of Los Angeles that educated the children of the rich and famous. The seniors of Palisades High had been featured in a Time magazine cover story that year, 1965. Time declared this new generation of smart, sophisticated graduates to be on the cusp of a golden era in America. The future with them never looked brighter. And then history threw them a curve. By the summer of 1965, Martin Luther King was leading a civil rights march in Selma, Alabama, and American combat troops were on the ground in Vietnam. Just a few miles from Palisades High, violent race riots were erupting in the Watts neighborhood. So it turns out the class of '65 wasn't on the cusp of a golden era after all. The world they were graduating into was a mess. And Time magazine had just boldly placed the country's future in their Jaguar-driving 17 and 18-year-old hands. So what happened to them? Well, 2 members of the class decided to find out. 10 years after graduation, they looked up the students featured in Time to see what they had done since high school, to see if they were living up to all that hype. So that's what they did, and they wrote this book, What Really Happened to the Class of '65. I couldn't wait to read it. Why? It wasn't because I cared about what really happened to the class of Palisades High in 1965. No, it was because I wanted to know what was really going to happen to the Triad High School class of 1979. I mean, here was a book that had all the answers. All I needed to do was read the story about the student council president or the football star or the homecoming queen, whoever, and apply it to the people in our class. I wanted to know if we would live up to our promise. I wanted to know if we would all turn out okay. I wanted literally to skip ahead to the end of the book. I'll bet some of you in the class of 2017 are wondering the same thing right now. I guarantee your parents are. So anyway, I waited till the book came out in paperback, I mean, I was curious, but I was also cheap. And then I read it, cover to cover. Boy, was that a terrible idea. That had to be the most depressing book I've ever read. I'm going to be honest with you, the class of '65 was a bunch of spoiled, privileged losers. In the 10 years after graduation, many of the highest achievers had dropped out of college. One had joined a cult. One got busted for smuggling drugs. Practically no one lived up to expectations. Okay, the two guys that wrote the book ended up with a bestseller, so they were rich and famous. But to be fair, one of them was the son of a famous writer, Irving Wallace. So, you know. Looking back, I probably placed more stock in this book's ability to predict my class's future than I should have. First of all, I'm not sure that the Palisades class of '65 had all that much in common with the Triad class of '79. I mean, I don't know how your demographics break down today, but the biggest club when I went here was the Future Farmers of America, the FFA. Second, I'm guessing that the authors might have been a little selective about who they featured in their book. I mean, it's hard to write a bestseller about a bunch of normal students who graduate college, become accountants, and buy a house in the suburbs. Finally, and perhaps this is the most important thing to remember, these writers reported on their classmates 10 years after graduation. I know that seems like a lifetime to you now, but they were only 27 or 28 tops. Parents, I hate to be the one to break this to you, but the average child doesn't even achieve financial independence from their parents today until the age of 27 or 28. I mean, unless you're Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg, and most of us aren't. So let's face it, it's hard to change the world when you're still living in your parents' basement. My point is, class of 2017, the story of your life will only just be getting interesting at age 27. Look, I'm 2 years away from my 40th class reunion. Our stories aren't even finished. But let me tell you some of the things that have happened to the class of 1979 so far. One girl, who was big in music and theater, went on to play the role of Liza Colby in the All My Children soap opera for many years. The star of our basketball team went on to become the president of an engineering firm. Another of my classmates who won a national speech contest, which included a $15,000 scholarship, which, to give you some perspective, was enough money to pay for 4 years of college at that time, is today a nurse and mother of 2. Several former FFA members are now, surprise, farmers. And my best friend is now saving souls as an officer in the Salvation Army. Not every story had a happy ending. Larry, the boy voted most likely to succeed and who went on to study at Harvard, died a few years ago of a brain tumor. Another classmate has spent the last several years in prison. So what does that have to do with the class of 2017? Not a lot. The story of your future cannot be found in a book, or you can't find it by comparing yourself to the counterpart in my class, or any class. You're going to have to write it yourself. I recommend you make it interesting. Use lots of action verbs. Be prepared for lots of plot twists and turns, a little tragedy, lots of comedy, and hopefully a happy ending. This I know for sure. Some of your stories are going to surprise people. Even if you tried to guess today who would have the best stories in your class, you'll probably be wrong. The beautiful thing is, if you don't like the story you've written so far, or even if you do, you can now officially throw away that draft and start over. Believe me, I do that every time I write a newspaper column. I go through at least a dozen drafts on every single one. And they hardly ever end the way I thought they would, because you learn as you write and edit as you go along. You also may find that your definition of what constitutes a happy ending may change. My favorite story from my class is about a girl named Patsy who spent her entire senior year sewing beads on her wedding gown. She was getting married the summer after graduation to a dairy farmer and going to beauty school. Not exactly the material of a bestseller, eh? But when I spoke to Patsy at our last class reunion, I couldn't pull myself away. She told me about the wood-burning stove they used to heat her husband's first farm, her grandkids, and her dream to go on a vacation. Yes, a vacation. Except for one weekend trip to Texas, which she spent fixing the hair of the bridal party of her relative's wedding. Patsy had never spent a night away from home. Not that she was complaining. Being a dairy farmer is a 365-day-a-year job. But you know, of everyone I spoke to at that reunion, she seemed the most content. She also told me her husband had recently sold his cows. So, plot twist. Maybe she'll get that dream vacation someday after all. My point is, you don't have to go to the ends of the earth to find happiness, but you can learn to be happy with whatever you have and to be kind to those who don't have as much. That is the sign of a truly educated person. Oh, and one last thing. I admitted I cannot predict the future, with one small exception. I'm talking about tattoos. Please, class of 2017, I'm begging you. I'm not saying you can't get a tattoo, but I'm going to tell you to think twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times before you get one, and I'll tell you why. A few years ago, I interviewed an 85-year-old man who had gotten a tattoo at Pearl Harbor during World War II. I don't know why, but he wanted me to see it. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. Long story short, if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, class of 2017, trust me, I've seen the movie. It's not going to end well. But what can end well is the story of you. You've got a great start because you went to Triad High School. You know the song. It's the best school in the land. So get out a paper and pencil and a huge eraser and start writing. There's no time limit on this assignment. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Ms. Buffy. For many years now, it's been a tradition at Triad High School for the president of the senior class and the president of the student council to speak on behalf of the graduating class. Would you welcome the president of the class of 2017, Austin Labrat?
It's 12 pages, but it's like 30-point font, so we'll make this quick. Thank you, Dr. Winslow. I just have a quick announcement. If you see a woman in the audience, she's about yay high, long brown hair, and she's about to cry, that's my mom. Please give her some chocolate because she's going to need some. Friends, fam, Board of Education, the esteemed and accomplished faculty and staff, Mr. Ackerman, my former boss, Corey, my current boss, Diana, dignitaries, and fellow taxpayers, we are gathered here today to join the graduating class of 2017 with their diplomas in holy gratification. If there is anyone who objects to this union, forever hold your peace because it's happening. By the non-existent power invested in me as class president, it is my pleasure to announce that we are almost graduated. You can clap now. Before I begin, I'd like to take this time to recognize a few people who have made some sort of impact in my life. First of all, I want to give a huge happy birthday to my grandma who's in the audience today. Love you, Grandma. She's another year older. Woo, look at her. Also in the audience today is my pastor and his family, my youth pastor, my aunt, uncle, cousin, and many fellow friends from church that I've met over the past 17 years of me living on this earth. And I'd also like to thank the many teachers who make Triad the best school in Troy, Illinois. Thank you to Madam Scheibel for not always marking me tardy, even though I was always tardy to first hour. And I would also like to thank my many friends who didn't run against me in the election so I can speak to you today. And I'd also like to thank my parents because they did a good job producing the child that you will see in front of you. Lastly, and most personally, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for getting me to where I am today. Classmates and teachers, we have spent over 1,200 days in this building, and for some of you, less than that. Think about all the hard work, determination, Quizlet, and SparkNote summaries that got us to where we are today. We have overcome many atrocities. I lost my place, I'm sorry. We have overcome many atrocities. Facial acne, the ACT, waking up before noon Monday through Friday, puberty, and even worse, Wuthering Heights. We even witnessed historical events take place. Just this last year, we saw the Chicago Cubs win a World Series. An event we'll probably never see again. We somehow thought it was cool to whip, nay-nay, hit a quan. I don't know what a quan is, but we hit it. And we did some Gangnam Style thing. It wasn't even in English. We traded silly bands. We listened to Miley Cyrus. If you did, I'm so sorry for you. We recreated the Harlem Shake, and for some reason, we thought it was cool to post 6-second videos on the internet, just for fun. But don't forget about all the good times at Triad High School. And by the good times, I mean the days where Superintendent Leigh Lewis actually gave us the day off because there was 4 feet of snow on the ground. I will never forget the grand old 12 years I spent here at Triad High School, in the Tri District. Now to my actual speech. As an inspiring journalist who is going to work for fake news one day, I have a question for you guys. Now what? Ooh, got quiet. You see, ever since we were 5 or 6 years old, we've only gone to school. I mean, all I know how to do is school. I school, you school, we school, he, she, we school. School, schooling, schoolology, the study of school. I mean, thanks to school, I know what the Pythagorean theorem is. I know when the U.S. was founded, but I still don't know how far away the sun is from the earth. But now what? How are you, class of 2017, going to make an impact in the world that we live in today? How is Austin or Gretchen or John going to use the knowledge that we gained here at Triad High School for the greater good of humanity? Right now, I want to tell you that one day, someday, hopefully not today, you're going to die. It's not supposed to be funny. One day you're going to take your last breath, your heart's going to beat just one last time, and your brain is slowly going to lose function. James 4:14 of the Bible, I'm going to paraphrase this, it says that life is but a vapor, here today and gone tomorrow. Let me say it again. At your funeral, people are going to see your body and think about your life. Your life. Your friends and family aren't going to remember what car you drove, what speech you gave at graduation, or that weird hairstyle you had freshman year. Thank God no one remembers that. No one's going to remember that you wore like the exact same pair of jeans to school every day for a whole year, or your corny jokes you told at Mr. THS. So class of 2017, go out into this world and follow your dreams. Go skydiving, travel the globe, try some new foods, win a Grammy, sing your heart out in the shower, it's fun. Become a missionary, help the homeless, adopt a child, feed the hungry, teach the next generation. Get your associate's degree, get a bachelor's, get a master's, become a doctor. Learn valuable skills. Learn valuable skills. Get married. Don't get married. Become the next Bill Gates. Make wise decisions. Create a world that you are going to want to see your kids live in one day. Spread kindness. And overall, be a legend. In the following years, I will see you at many class reunions. And when I see you, I cannot wait to see how God is shaping each and every one of your life. So in conclusion, this is my great conclusion. To the class of 2017, I'll leave you with this. Your life is but a vapor, so spend your vapor chasing God's plan for your life, because with God, all things are possible. Beat that, Cameron. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Triad High School Student Council, Cameron Little.
You guys hear me okay? All right, cool. I know I'm not as funny as Austin, but I'll try my best. Good afternoon, everyone. Give me a sec here. It's so great to see all the people that made the trip to be here today. On behalf of the entire class of 2017, we would like to thank each and every one of you for being here. Friends, family, loved ones, you are some of the biggest reasons that we are here today. Without all of you incredible people, who knows where we would be. To the Board of Education and all the administrators, thank you all for putting in countless hours trying to better not only our school, but our entire community. I can confidently say that the future of this district is in great hands. To our teachers, wow, where do I even begin? Over the years, you all have put in so much love and care, making us great people, not only inside the classroom, but outside as well. You all have impacted us in such a special way that we'll never be able to repay. So again, thank you to everybody here today. A lot has happened over our last 13 years of schooling. There were the unfortunate terrorist attacks overseas in Paris. We were shook by the terrible attacks at the Boston Marathon. And we even watched riots on our local news just across the river in Ferguson. All these things were terrible events that we will never forget years from now and have changed the world forever. Fortunately, we also saw a lot of great things happen. We saw the first African-American president. We watched as social media brought people together in incredible ways. And we even jumped for joy as David Freese brought the Cardinals back to win the 2011 World Series. On the flip side, we've been through a ton right here at Triad. We were given the first batch of school IDs, which we wore every day, no matter how much we didn't like it. We witnessed our school principal spread his wings and become a doctor. Congrats again, Dr. Winslow. We even watched as our beloved popcorn chicken salads were stripped from us after our freshman year. Now, I realize this was a traumatic experience for all of us, but I'm glad to see we pushed through. Although these past 4 years have been extremely hard for all of us, they have been 4 of the most important of our entire lives. We figured out what we like, what we're interested in, what we want to do, and most importantly, who we truly are. These past 4 years have molded us into the people we are today. Lucky for us, we've had the privilege of attending what I believe to be, as stated earlier, the best school in the land. Best school in the land. It says it right there in our school song. We've cherished in the song dozens of times, but you never really think about it. Triad High School has been our second home for the past 4 years. We spent day after day, week after week, roaming these halls thinking nothing of it. Looking back, I don't know what we would have done without this as our home. The people here are like nobody else in the world. Every day you walk into this school and feel warmed and welcomed. Well, a little too warm depending on whose room you're in. Everybody here truly cares about each other, and we are one big happy family. We truly are the quote-unquote best school in the land. Now, at this point, I could tell you, go out and change the world, or this is only the beginning. But to be honest with you, I don't really know what we're all going to do with our lives. Some of us might go host our own TV show. Some of us might own our own business. Who knows? We might do both and then become president. After all, this is 2017. I think I've heard of a guy that's done that. What I do know is that the class of 2017 is full of a lot of talent. As the great Mr. Butler would say, the kids in this class are some real shakers and bakers. We all have that hunger and desire to be great. It could be in anything: academics, sports, writing, our jobs. No matter what it is, we all like to get after it. This is so crucial in every aspect of humanity. Everywhere you go, it's a competition. Ever since we came out of the womb, it's been a competition. Lucky for us, we're not like most people. We're knights. We meet challenges head on and do our best no matter what. Class of 2017, realize that in life there might be times when you feel low or get knocked down. People are going to say mean things. It's life. It happens. However, it's always far from over. It's never over. Keep your head high and a smile on your face, because anything is possible in this world. After all, the Warriors did blow a 3-1 lead. My fellow classmates, if you could take one thing from my speech, remember this: go out in the world and make it happen. A wise man once said, quote, "You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water." Our freshman year of Link Crew, we were told there are 3 types of people in this world: those who watch things happen, those to whom things happen, and those that make things happen. Class of 2017, make things happen. It may get hard sometimes, but never give up. If you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything. Always remember where you came from and who you are. We are Triad Knights. I love you all and can't wait to see what the future has in store for us. It's been an honor to attend school with each and every one of you, and I can't thank you guys enough. Good luck to you all, and as always, hashtag Triad Proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. Now would you welcome the Triad High School Chorus under the direction of Mrs. Linda Remiger as they honor the graduating class with their song, "I Lived."
Hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love, and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know is give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. Hope when you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, and I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. With every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived.
Daily, we are reminded that our freedom is made possible by the sacrifices of our servicemen and women who serve in the military. And our graduates are able to choose their own futures because of the service and sacrifices of so many. We'd like to honor all in attendance today who have served or will serve our country in the future. Would all the graduates in the class of 2017 that are joining our military ROTC, and would all who are currently serving or a veteran in any branch of the United States Army, Armed Forces, please stand and be honored at this time. Again, thank you for making this day possible. Each year at graduation, we pay tribute to the graduating class and to share in their accomplishments. All of us in attendance at the Honors Night ceremony last Wednesday evening were reminded that in terms of academic honors, achievement, and in the fine arts, accomplishments in school-related activities and athletics, the class of 2017 distinguished itself in many ways and upheld the best in Triad traditions. In the area of school activities, several organizations again had banner years with local and regional accomplishments, including the Envirothon team, robotics team, Model UN. The class of 2017 also excelled in the visual arts, and as we have seen today, in the performing arts. The high school band and chorus have once again brought distinction to our school and community. Athletically, Triad High School won a total of 5 Mississippi Valley Conference championships in the fall, winter, and spring. Mr. Dethridge has shared with me that we have had many seniors already awarded athletic scholarships for next year. But most important of all, in the area of academics, with 28 Illinois State scholars, with well over 87% of the class having made applications to institutions of higher learning or the military, and with total of 67 students in this class inducted into the National Honor Society, there's much in the way of academic achievement and scholastic accomplishments for this class, their families, to point to with pride. I commend you all for your leadership in what has been a most memorable school year. And so, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Lewis, having fulfilled all requirements for graduation, on behalf of the Triad administration and faculty, it is my pleasure to present the Triad High School class of 2017. It is an honor for us to continue a long Triad tradition with Superintendent Lewis and the members of the Board of Education presenting the diplomas to the graduates this afternoon. The first presenter will be board member Mrs. Christy Horton. Gretchen Aitana Alexander. Peyton Ryan Allison. Julia Marie Anderson. Lauren Lee Anderson. Trevor Michael Anderson. Rebecca Jo Bond. J. Charles Barish. Samantha Josephine Basler. Thomas Joseph Bauer. Ronald Allen Beach. Brendan Nicholas Bernardin. Brianna Nicole Bernardin. Joseph Michael Berentz. Christopher Joseph Berg. Austin Ross Baroth. Alex Raymond Bessie. Jenna Louise Biaggi. Colin Edward Black. Sydney Ann Bloom. Jenna K. Bowler. Morgan Christine Bonensteel. Savannah Lynn Bowling. Courtney Lynn Brown. Colin John Brunton. Nicholas Patrick Bryan. Brianna Sierra Butler. Joshua Ryan Cameron. Kyla Logan Cameron. Alex Marie May Carlock. Catherine Elaine Catalano. Emily Elizabeth Covey. Morgan Nicole Chigas. Erica Nicole Cook. Michael Joseph Cortivo. Ethan Scott Criley. Kylie Michelle Crockett. Caleb Edward Crook. Ryan Gordon D'Antonio. Carrie-Ann Renee Davis. Holly Elizabeth Dees. Danielle Marie DeMay. Alex Patrick Dahl. Tyler Michael Drabing. Hannah Elizabeth Erlin. Tessa Marie Eberhardt. Alexander Robert Ebersold. Ashley Nicole Ivy Edwards. Christopher Ryan Elkins. Brandon Michael Elliott. Caitlin Elizabeth Elliott. Caitlin Elizabeth Elliott. Darian Matthew Ellis. Luke Allen Eplin. Connor Robert Everett. Peyton Elizabeth Fandry. Robert Lee Farmer. Madison Scout Feldman. Elaine Catherine Fitzgerald. Casey Mackay Foreman. Ashley Nicole Franklin. Alec Nicholas Froykor. Garrett Wallace Fry. Troy Aaron George. David Schuyler Gibson. Andrew James Gillum Pulaski. Mackenzie Brooke Michelle Harding. Sierra Elise Harris. Kyle Anthony Hazelwood. Mark Stephen Heeman. Grant Alexander Herder. Allie Tess Hilliard. Drake Lee Hoker. Mackenzie Marie Hooper. Darren Allen Howard. Tyson Rex Hoyle. Tyson Rex Hoyle. Tiffany Nicole Hulsman. Amy Michelle Hurley. Jasmine Renee Hutchinson. Grace Caroline Jackson. Madeline Hope Jenkins. Hannah Nicole Johnson. Janae Brienne Johnson. Kiera Nicole Johnson. Erin Justine Jondro. Chase Jonathan Jones. Stella Rose Jones Smith. Zachary Dawson Young. Mara Grace Keller. Tessa Rain Kleinschmidt. Courtney Nicole Knox. Megan Marie Coburna. Caitlin Michelle Koch. Thomas Michael Crottle. Allison Marie Cromray. Austin Jared Keeker. Austin Taylor Labrat. Caleb Bryce LaFrance. Kyle Nicholas LaFrance. Emma Jean Laird. Christopher Braynon Lambert. Emma Joyce Liner. Zachary Arthur Leone. Jacob Michael Linenfelser. Cameron Owen Little. Erin Nicole Little. Micah Marie Lowe. Serenity Gail Lowe. Chris Allen Lowry. Cole Allen Lowry. Katerina Marie Lutz. Kaylee Ann Main. Kaylee Ann Main. Hannah Elizabeth Marlinghouse. Brianna Nicole Maines. Kylie Shea McCarthy. John David McGee. Abby Nicole McPherson. Madison Elizabeth Mell. Caitlin Michelle Mersinger. Abigail Marina Elizabeth Meski. Joseph Alexander Messenbrink. Charles Jacob Matheny. Devin Ray Milkovich. Aaron Matthew Miller. Nicholas Paul Miller. Garrett Sean Milligan. Robert David Milton. Tyler Ray Mitchell. Madison Nicole Monroe. Addie Joan Moore. Cameron Blake Morris. Noah Matthew Moss. Kyle Anthony Mullen. Austin Michael Nadler. Gabriella Dawn Nelson. Leah Faye Nidecker. Ashley Nicole Newcomb. Christopher Jacob North. Jacob Henry Odell. Abby Lynn Opal. Corey Adam Patton. Lauren Hope Pavletich. Daniel Lee Perry. Matthew Allen Perry. Drake Thomas Petrunik. Christopher Michael Pinksterhouse. Lauren Marie Pinksterhouse. Jaron Kawa Pino. Gavin James Pisetta. Christian Ray Plymail. Chase McGuire Poe. Hannah Elise Powell. Ellie Marlene Price. Gabrielle Michelle Ramirez. Emma Nicole Reese. Chelsea Lynn Reeves. Hunter William Reynolds. Sarah Nicole Reimer. Matthew David Rice. Micah Jucole Richardson. Mackenzie Gabrielle Rodriguez. Brandon Wayne Rogers. Kyle Thomas Rude. Murray Danielle Rude. Zachary William Rosenthal. Christopher Michael Russell. Alexis Leanne Sager. Ethan Michael Salopek. Carrie Lorraine Sarhage. Isaiah Anakin Sashaduran. Jonathan Henry Schaefer. Megan Nicole Schmidt. Megan Marie Schmisky. Samuel Ivan Schwartztrauber. Levi Jason Seaton. Sierra Rose Sieper. Taylor Jane Shones. Chase Philip Siegel. Kevin Dwayne Smith. Megan Larson Smith. Marlena Bradley Snow. Sydney Aaron Snyder. Lauren Elizabeth Stanley. Madison Lee Stoffer. Daniel Thomas Stone. Madison Lee Stoffer. Tyler Wesley Stiff. Ayana Ruth Stokes. Hannah Rose Strickland. Tyler Austin Strom. Lisa Pillar Schweitzer. Blake Michael Takmazian. Cheyenne Heather Marie Taylor. Kaylee Marie Tentis. Kylie Vanessa Thomas. Hunter Michael Thompson. Nicholas Allen Tipton. Alicia Rosalind Torres. Wyatt Andrew Tracy. Andrew Jameson Travis. Sierra Rose Trover. Anthony Taylor Troxel. Madison Aurelia Olkus. Riley Elizabeth Underwood. John Lee Verhar. Derek Allen Waffler, Jr. Ryan Spencer Walters. Zachary Michael Walters. Andrew Michael Wankowski. Robin Elizabeth Warren. Hannah Elizabeth Wise. Marissa Dawn Wellborn. Cole Michael Wendler. Zachary Charles Wheeler. Dylan Dwayne Wigington. Abigail June Wilson. Mackenzie Kate Wilson. Tyler Craig Winkles. Allison Lacey Wrigley. Liv Marie Wysocki. Holden Michael Yannicka. William Edward Zender III. Sarah Elizabeth Zimmerman. This year, we have two students who, in relation to their weighted GPA and class rank, are top of their class. Out of a class of 252, this is quite an accomplishment. I'd like to recognize the outstanding academic achievement of both of these individuals. Now the salutatorian in the class of 2017. Abigail Marie Hirschbach. Daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Steve and Leanne Hirschbach, Abigail plans to attend Baylor University and major in psychology and healthcare administration with plans to continue on to medical school. And now, the valedictorian in the class of 2017, Hannah Beth Weininger. Daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Tim and Amy Weininger, Hannah plans to attend the University of Alabama and major in biochemistry and English. And now, on behalf of the Board of Education, the administration, the faculty and staff, congratulations and best wishes to all of the graduates and their families. May God bless you as we bid you farewell and Godspeed.
seniors.
Let it go. Let it roll right off your shoulder, don't you know? The hardest part is over, let it in. Let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away. These small hours still remain. Let it slide. Let your troubles fall behind you. Let it shine till you feel it all around you. And I don't mind if it's me you need to turn to. We'll get by. It's the heart that really matters in the end. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours, these small hours still remain. All of my regret will wash away somehow, but I cannot forget the way I feel right now. In these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and time falls away. Yeah, but these small hours, these small hours still remain. Oh, they still remain. These little wonders, all these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours, these little wonders still remain. I'm gonna need you to raise your glass. I don't care what you put in it. Here's the nights that you can't take back. We live hard, but we love to laugh. We all thought that we'd get rich fast. Hopped the plane out for greener grass. Found out the greenest cash don't compare to the friends that last. See,